What's going on, guys? As you can see, there's a box in front of me, and before I dive into that box, I will say that I am recovering from a cold/flu. So if some of my B's sound like M's, or if I just don't talk as clear as usual, I'm sorry about that. But this video is already late, so I just kind of wanted to get it out there. And this is a product that I definitely look forward to using because this is a 16,000 milliamp hour backup battery. Plugs different USB devices. This was sponsored by RichardSolo.com. Go ahead and check them out. They have many great products, for iPhones, iPads, iPods, cases, stuff like that, like this backup battery. And also, if you go there, they set up a coupon code for you guys. So while you go there, you find something you like, go ahead and on checkout, enter the code cpukid, no 00, just cpukid. It'll save you 15% off your entire order, which is very cool. So thank you to them for doing that and for supplying this for me to review. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started with the unboxing. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and turn this bad boy on its side. And as you can see, I picked up my key a little earlier. Actually, you know what? We'll use the Honda key. Why not? So go ahead and cut into this here. If it's sharp enough, might not be. Alright, looks like we'll have to use the apartment key. Much newer. There we go. Alright. There we go. Having some difficulty on this very sunny Friday. Alright, and here we have the battery charger. This is definitely looks very high quality. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so here you go. Portable Powermax, 16,000 milliamp hour backup battery. Up to 480 hours of power for 5 USB powered devices. iSound there. Like I said, by RichardSolo. So purchased right through, not really purchased, sent through RichardSolo. As you can see, has a little LED on there, which actually I've heard comes in handy a lot more than you would think. Kind of like the flashlight app for the iPhone. So as you can see down here, charge your iPad, iPod, iPhone, smartphone, MP3 player, pretty much anything that has a USB connection. So moving on, let's just go ahead and tear more into the package side. Kind of cut this little tape we got going here. Okay, oh, there's more tape. Look at this. They really went all out on this thing. Sorry if you guys are getting a lot of arm cam here. Alright, so I think that we're going to be let into this packaging now, if I ask nicely, maybe. So off comes the top. And I'll slide this out towards you guys if you have 3D, and if I encode this in 3D, which would be pretty waste of time, but this would be looking amazing right now. So here's the package. You know what, we'll start with this. Here's the little wall outlet just for charging it. So there you go. And we'll do it this way. This thing does not want to come out of here. There we go. Alright, so here's the actual battery itself. You can see very thick. Bust out the first generation iPhone because I'm recording this with the 4S. So as you can see, here's a first generation iPhone. And that's how thick it is. It's probably like 2 of these. So it is pretty thick. It definitely has some weight to it. But it does feel very well built. This is plastic. It's not metal or anything. But it does feel, like I said, high build quality. So there's the battery LEDs. I believe that means it has some charging to do, because I think the green button here is where it's the maximum. There's your LED. So it is at least somewhat charged, which is cool. And here's all your USB ports, the whopping plethora of USB ports. And here, that's where the power goes. Alright, moving on. Kind of like Corsair, their power supplies. They give you a nice little bag for it. Kind of like a wetsuit material. Look at this. They even give you some USB cables. Actually, it's like a USB splitter. And it splits into like 2 USB mini ones, which are different. This is like a Type B. That's just like a mini USB. Well, I think they're called micro USB. So very nice of them to include that. And moving further, take this little guy out. Okay, honestly, I'm not sure what this does. It just goes like USB male to USB female. I mean, they're both the same size. Not sure what you would really need this for, but oh well. Nice of them to include it, right? So that's pretty much it for the unboxing. Actually, you know what? We'll take out this just for safe measure. There you go. So now that is the unboxing of the 16,000 milliamp hour backup battery. Once again, sponsored by RichardSolo.com. So thank you very much, That was very generous. I will be doing a full review of this. Like I said, use my coupon code at checkout. Go ahead, RichardSolo.com. I'm waiting, for you to go to the website. RichardSolo, period, COM, enter. Hit that. Shop, buy, save 15% on something like this. This was around $79. I believe so, $79 or $80. And use that cpukid code, save 15% off. I'm not going to crunch the numbers because it's a Friday. So with that said, check me out on Twitter. I'm at cpukid. If you have any questions or any suggestions, thanks for watching.